Hello, I'm Tim. Welcome to the video. Today my video is about the Missouri Bail Bond and the Missouri Surety Recovery Agent 24-hour basic training. This is a class that I've taught since 2008, and the importance of this class is to let you decide whether you're going to become a Missouri Bail Bondsman or a Surety Recovery Agent. So let me take a second to explain the two. Now, if you decide to become just a Surety Recovery Agent, you're really at a disadvantage because that's the same thing that some states call bounty hunters, but you can only go out and pick up the skips. So let me talk about the skips for a second. A skip is someone who had absconded on a bail bond, so they have failed to appear and they're on the run basically. So you're allowed to go out and capture them for the bail bondsman or the general bail bond agent who they absconded from. And once you catch them, you'll have to return them to the court from where the charge originated from and get off the bond basically. So you'll take them to that county's jail and then you'll turn in appropriate paperwork to get off that bond. Now the other side of that is a bail bondsman, and that's really what I would recommend that you become. That's what I am. I've been a bail bondsman since 2008, and that's really the best way to go, because being a bail bondsman, not only can you make income from going out and writing the bail bond, but you can also get income from going out and getting other people's skips, or you don't have to pay someone to get your skips. So you're allowed to do both, not only write bonds, but also go and recapture them and return them to the jail. So really that's your best option because it gives you two ways to make money, and it's really more of a business than it is just to be a recovery agent, which there are some people that make good money just doing recovery side only, but that wouldn't be my recommendation, especially if you're just getting started out. So let's talk about the bail bond class. This class is a 24-hour basic training class, so that means we're going to go down to the basics and we're going to break it down into two 12-hour days. But don't worry, I've been teaching the same class also since 2008, so I know what kind of makes it fun. I'm not going to bore you guys too much. I'll try my best. I have put together a book for you guys that I'm going to give you that covers all the bail bond laws, all the rules of the state that you need to know, not only to be a bail bondsman and a recovery agent, but also to pass the Missouri State Test. So let's talk about that for a minute. The Missouri State Test is very important. They give you a whole hour to take it, and it's 50 questions long, and you have to score high enough to pass it. So with this test, during the class, we're going to prepare you for that. We're going to break down some practice tests and some exercises to help you remember some things, and then that will get you ready to take that test. Another thing that you're going to have to do after you take the test is you're going to have to get fingerprinted, because that is the way that the Missouri Department of Insurance will qualify you for your background check. And with that fingerprinting, it's not too bad. It's an inkless process. It's all digital. You'll have to enroll, and I'll give you the codes during the class for the two codes that you'll need. One is for the enrollment for fingerprints. The other is the numbers to take your test. And once you get those completed, the very last thing that we're going to prepare you for is filling out the state forms to become a bail bond agent. Now, you're going to have to work underneath a general bail bondsman if you decide to be a bail bond agent for at least 2 years. So we'll show you how to fill out all the paperwork that goes along with that so you can properly get those forms filled out. Otherwise, if they're wrong, the state's going to send them back to you, which is going to delay the process and you get in your license. So I'm going to teach you how to get all the forms filled out the right way the first time. And if you decide to just become a recovery agent, you won't need a general bail bondsman. You are allowed to work out there on your own without a general agent, but you will have to make relationships with general agents if you want any work. So that's my recommendation. And the very last thing I want to warn you guys about, because I hear this all the time, are you guys that are going out doing recoveries that aren't licensed yet. Please, please don't do that. You're going to give yourself a bad name. You're going to give the industry a bad name. And more importantly, you're committing a crime. So if you go out and you do that as a recovery agent and you're not licensed, the first time you do that, it's going to be a misdemeanor charge, not only for you, but also the general agent that you're working for and the bail bondsman that you're going out with could be charged with a misdemeanor as well. And once that happens, if it continues to happen and you get caught a second time, it will be a felony, and you definitely don't want any felonies on your record, so please don't do that. There are people that come to class that talk about how they have been out on recoveries before, and that's just not smart for anyone. So please wait till you get your license and everything squared away. So that pretty much is everything you need to know about the class. If you have any other questions about our bail bond class, you can go online at smojs.com. You can go through our website. It talks about all the things that was on this video. You can also go to a previous video I made on this channel about the 24-hour bail bond class. And we really look forward to seeing you guys here, and we're going to have a fun time with it. So see you soon.